Surprisingly, Fistful of Frags got updated, as you can see, in January 2021, which was literally to the day, exactly 1 month from the previous update. It took a month for anything to happen. But here we have, usually I do a separate analysis video for each update, but there's so little done here that I'm just going to do both of them in one video. So little done in a month, in over a month. For the first update from January 28th, this right here is really strange, but I'll go into it. For the map FOF Nest, a larger and way more complicated version suitable for regular rotation, features a whole new underground area, elevator at the top, new lighting, more detail, new weapon chest placement. This is really the interesting thing here. This came as a result of community petition for more night maps, where not one. I'm on the Steam forums for this game pretty frequently. I've even subscribed to some of the Steam forums, so if somebody posts something new, I'll see it. I did not see this anywhere. I have no idea what he's talking about here. I didn't see any community petition for more night maps. I didn't see anybody asking for that at all. I never saw any petition. I don't know if he's making that up to try and justify adding this, but I doubt it. It's just really weird, because this guy doesn't give a crap, flying piece of crap about the community. I'll tell you that right there. Rebel Y does not care at all. He wants to try. I guess he's trying to make people happy with some of these updates here, but he doesn't care. He doesn't care about the game. He doesn't give a crap. He does what he wants, which is why the updates are so infrequent. Like here, we have a couple updates within a span of a month. So we had 4 updates within a month, but then before then, we had a gap of what? August, September, October, November, December. We had a gap of almost 4 months. But the petition thing, I never seen it. I don't know where it was. I don't know if it even exists. But I found it kind of strange how people would petition to get more night maps when the night maps that are already available aren't played very often. And there's a lot more pressing issues with the game than being able to play on night maps. This is what was changed. On the map FOF Overtop, there was minor layout changes seeking better flow and less clustering. Access to outside spots denied. Now, let me tell you what he did. To FOF Overtop, it's sort of like a series of buildings on stilts, in case you've never played the map. Go check it out. It's a good map. Even after these changes, it's still okay. He hasn't completely ruined it. He's made it worse, but he hasn't ruined it. And what he did with these minor layout changes, seeking better flow. It's funny how he says seeking better flow when in actuality what he's doing is worsening the flow. What he did was he blocked off 2 flights of stairs and he blocked off a doorway. That's it. That's all he did. And he's saying that helps seek better flow. How in the hell does that seek better flow when you block off ways to get around the map? You would think if you want to make a map flow better, you might change the layout. I guess this is what he says he's changing the layout, but he's blocking off stairways and he's blocking off doors. He's not changing anything really. By changing the layout, I mean add another doorway, move a doorway, add a stairway, maybe redesign a room, redesign a building, not block a doorway and block stairways. But that's what he did, and now he got a little bit, I saw on the forums, a little bit of a backlash for that. So in the next update he changed it, but That's his way of making a map flow better, of seeking better flow. Not exactly making it flow better, but he's trying to seek it. He's trying to find out if it'll work. But that's his way of doing it. He blocked off 2 flights of stairs and blocked off a doorway. Sounds dumb, but it's because it is. It is dumb. And the second part here, access to outside spots denied. I have no idea what he's talking about. That's another thing with these updates he posts here, like I've said before, is he's very vague in what he posts. What outside spots? I figured he was talking about, like, there's a train in the center of a map, a train goes through. And if you go on the railroad tracks, you could go walk way to the outskirts of the map and sit there by where the train comes through and snipe people. Obviously, it's not a very good spot because you make yourself into a target and there's no cover and there's no whiskey. But people do it. I've seen them do it. I thought maybe he blocked that off so you couldn't get to the outskirts of the map by the railroad tracks and snipe. But I went there. He never did that. There was a couple other spots where you can sit and snipe. I checked if you can still get to those. You can still get to them. So I don't know. I just don't know what access to outside spots denied means. I'm assuming he blocked something off, but I can't find what it is. I went to all these areas trying to see if maybe he put an invisible wall in, but I can still get to them all. So I don't know what he's talking about there. He doesn't explain it. Second part, and that's it for this update. Attempts were made to deny arrow plus jump exploit. Now, another thing, I had no idea there was an arrow plus jump exploit. I don't know. He doesn't explain it, but I was assuming maybe if you shot an arrow while you were jumping, your accuracy didn't change, or you could still hit things easily, or there must have been something good about doing it. But I sure as hell didn't do it. As far as I remember, I didn't really see any people doing it. And I find it funny here how he says attempts were made. He didn't fix it, but he tried to. Isn't that funny? He tried to fix it, but I guess he didn't. But the two things here, though, extremely vague, and I'd like a lot more further explanation on those. That's it for that update. We waited a month for that. That's it. Next update. On February 2nd, nothing was added. He just changed some things. On the map, he added, I don't even know if it's worth mentioning, new route from top to bottom cave, far side mine, galleries blocked, blah, blah, blah. He changed some stuff on that map. And to be honest, have I even went on that map once? No, I haven't. I haven't even bothered to look at it. Because why add a map at nighttime, like I said, when the ones that are currently available at nighttime barely get played? It seems like a waste of time, but I guess there was allegedly a community petition for this, so. But the FOF nest changes, useless to me. I haven't played on the map once. I haven't even looked at it. I might, if I feel like it, just to check it out, see if it's good or not. On FOF Overtop, now, as I said with the previous update, his changes were stupid as hell. What he did, and he got a little bit of backlash, what he did was the stairway that he blocked off 2 flights of stairs. Now, he replaced one of those stairways back, and instead, he only has blocked off 1 flight of stairs. That's what he changes right here. He doesn't say that. He says central stairs reach the level below train tracks again. He wants to make it seem kind of vague again, weirdly. But basically what he's saying is instead of blocking off 2 flights of stairs, I changed it to be blocking off 1. 1 flight is still blocked. And I actually looked at it, and it was done so sloppily. Like, I don't know if he was on like a time limit when he did it or something. But the textures don't line up, the textures don't match. In the stairway, there's a stair that goes below the train track level, as he mentions here, the stairway that's above it clips through the floor. The stairs clip through the floor. He didn't even make sure to make it look good. It looks like it was slopped together with the textures not matching, and they don't line up, they don't match. The stairs from above clip through the floor. Like, come on, it looks sloppy as hell. And the final thing of this update, man, are these updates big, is the Smith carbine rifle. It was buffed slightly. It got a 10% reload speed buff. That gun is really interesting because it's the only starting rifle available now. I use it all the time because of that fact. It's the only rifle available when you start. It can be really annoying with the headshot capabilities, but I don't know. There's something about that gun that seems off, like it needs to be nerfed. But at the same time, it's the only starting rifle, and it's also really powerful, and it's also one shot. But I guess if the fact that it's one shot isn't that big of a deal because you have a fast reload now. I saw some people got pissed off by this change, but to be honest, I really don't mind it. I use the gun very often. Yeah, it can be annoying sometimes, but it can also be fun to use when you pull off good shots. So that's about all I have to say with the Smith carbine. I'd like to see, obviously, there's still a ton of guns, as I've said before, that need balancing, but he's not going to do anything with those. I also found it very surprising that he updated the game twice within a 1 month time span. Now, let's just wait and see how long it takes for there to be another update. If I had to guess, I'd say he'll change something with that FOF nest again, and it'll be within the next week or two. That's what I'm guessing.